See, we are gathered here to learn about student-centered teaching, but teaching is from our point of view, right? When it comes to student-centered, it will be focusing on learning, student-centered learning. I will explain the key differences between teacher-centered training and student-centered learning first. Then I will explain what are the merits and demerits. Further, we will delve into how we can grab the attention of the students, how we can make them excel in different fields instead of teaching them, instead of dictating them, but let them to learn at their own pace. There is a difference between teaching and learning. I hope everyone in this teaching field will know. As a teacher, our duty is to deliver the content and assess the student responses, clarify the student doubts. What we are teaching will be in global. It's like broadcasting one to many, right? So we are focusing on delivering the content. The problem with the student is each student has their individual learning pace, individual attention span time. So there are two different things. One is teaching and the other is learning. Teacher-centered training focuses on content delivery, but student-centered learning let the students have the responsibility of learning with our guided approach. I will explain further. I will start the session with two of my favorite quotes. See, mind is not a vessel, but it is a wood. Needs dignity. Education is not about learning facts. It is about training your mind how to think. Correct? I will explain. What is a student-centered teaching? It is a traditional way. Okay? One-to-many connection. Teacher will. Other participants, kindly mute your audio. Teacher will stand in front of the board. Participants, please mute your audio. Thank you. See, teacher-centered education training is a traditional way. Students have to compare. Teachers have the complete authority. Students will be treated as empty vessels. It's not degrading term, but it is the traditional way. We explain the content to them. We are expecting the students to understand, follow up without any distraction, right? Teacher-centered means we have a fixed syllabus, we have a fixed flow of topics. So everything will be pre-scheduled. What the topic we are going to cover tomorrow, what the topic we need to complete within this month period of time. Like that. Gayatri madam, I think there is no problem in my end. My microphone is working perfectly. I have tested it. Is it your network connection, or can you query the other participants whether they are hearing the audio? Any other participants? Can you able to chat? Are you hearing my audio? Okay. Okay, Gayatri madam, kindly check the connection because the microphone is working clear in my end. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. So where we have left, in teacher-centered education, it is a traditional way. Everything is fixed, everything is rigid. Student learning, their feedback will be measured through their tests, assessments. And students are not allowed to be collaborative. that is, we are strictly prohibiting students to talk with each other during our class, isn't it? But the problem is, you cannot expect a student to sit for 40 minutes of your class and expect them to learn all the things you are delivering during the duration, during the period of time. Human mind tends to waver. Tends to wander around other things, right? Especially student mind. There are a lot of activities. They are very energetic. We cannot expect them to sit around our class period and understand each and every concept without missing the details. That will happen. This type of teaching has its own merits and demerits. What are the merits? Mostly you all know. Everything is fixed. Classroom remains orderly. There will not be any noise. Teacher retains full control. Because of a guided direction of teacher, staff member, all the important topics will be covered. What are the important questions for the exams? Which chapter should cover? Which chapter should be left? All these things will be clearly explained by the teacher. By avoiding student collaboration, we are trying to regain their focus, trying lesser of the distraction, right? What are the disadvantage? By prohibiting student collaboration, we are limiting the student communication skills. College is the best way to develop your communication oratory skills, right? But by limiting student on collaboration, student lags in communication skills. That is one of the disadvantages. Student make it easily both due to this energetic activities of student. They may not sit properly for 40 minutes. They may miss important points, right? These are the disadvantages. Do you feel any other disadvantages you want to mention? In our traditional way of teaching, any teacher-centered board teaching or one-to-many broadcast teaching, if you wish to comment any other disadvantages other than this, we feel this is a disadvantage while teaching in board, while teaching in our traditional way like that. Anyone want to mention? Please mention it. See, what I'm doing now is a teacher-centered approach, right? I'm not allowing you to interact with each other. I'm delivering the content, you are listening it, right? This is a traditional way. But when you're focusing on student-centric, and anyone having any other disadvantages want to be mentioned? Please comment in the chat box. No, all the disadvantages have been covered. Okay, good. What is student-centered approach? Anyone having opinion about this? What is student-centered learning? I want it to be an interactive session. Dear participants, dear staff members, kindly voice out your comments so that it will be more interactive. I can get the feel about the flow of training, what I should give, what you already know. So please voice out your opinions in the chat box. What do you mean by student-centered learning? In your understanding, what is meant by student-centered learning? Anyone in the chat box? By seeing the image, what you can grab? Okay. Where learning is more through activities and through discussion. Exactly right. Right? Anyone? Students are allowed to voice out their opinions. Excellent. Good.
Live also.
Is exactly right. I'm expecting more participants to chat. Okay. So student-centered learning, still the staff will be having, the teacher will be having the most authority, but the staff will design a model of activities and students are allowed to interact with each other. Actually, students will be split into groups. They can choose their individual activities. And the primary role of the teacher is to coach them, is to guide them instead of teaching each and every point. Teacher will let the student learn at their own pace by giving detailed instructions. And it's like more like a coaching instead of teaching. It will be more like guiding them along the path. Student learning is measured through many formal and informal type of assessments. At the starting of the term, Madam explained this same concept is available in Wikipedia. It is a standard definition for student assessment. See, student-centered approach allows the student to learn or to practice self-learning, independent autonomy learning. Student may need not to be dependent on a single teacher. In this digital era, every material is available. Material means every data, content is available in video, audio, and material formats. Student can able to search it, right? We are using high-speed internet is easily available now. Every student is having a smartphone. So instead of giving the content which is already available in the internet, we can let them self-learn by guiding them, by addressing their doubts. Students select how and why a topic might of interest. Student encourage their voice in learning. Students select how and why a topic might of interest. Yes, good. Thank you. So actually, a survey has been conducted by National Training Laboratories in Maine. Through that survey, the average learning retention rates. Retention means you all know. When a students try to learn everything before the exam day, after examination, everything will be erased from his mind. The retention rate, the learning rate. And through that survey, they have concluded the retention rate is only 5% when a staff or teacher is lecturing. That is, they can't able to recall just by hearing our lecture. So after that stage, the retention rate became 10% when they are keep on reading the subject. And through audio and visual teaching, the retention rate became 20%. Through practical demonstration, it will become 30%. Through discussion groups, the retention rate became 50%. Practice by doing, and the final ultimate retention rate is achieved by teaching others, right? This is the perfect example that the standard teacher-centered approach contributes very low in student training and student retention rate, learning retention rate. For this purpose only, we are focusing nowadays in a student learning, that is student-centered training approaches. So students will be, what is the method to create a student-centered environment? What are the methods? There is no standard method. It will be individual to individual creativity of these staff members. Each staff members can able to create different environments, different student-centered environment. But I will list out most of the popular approaches. Okay. To create a student-centered environment, these steps can be followed. First, we need to create activities. That activities should be focused on this learning pyramid. Correct? Activities can be a seminar, a mini project, a quiz, content preparation, or animations. Animation means relevant to the topic, relevant to the subjects. Right? Animation, gaming, audio, visuals are the most interesting for to the students, right? All the students are meeting will be a fan of at least a game. Now PUBG is popular, Free Fire, on older days GTA, COD, Call of Duty. Like that, gaming animation is most interesting part to the students. So a teacher should create different activities by keeping this learning pyramid in mind, where we should lecture them very little, but let them create the content, let them read, let them prepare the content, let them explain the content to others. Okay, so the activity should be created by keeping this pyramid in mind. Just read out the details. Students have the choice to choose any activity based on their interest. Students who choose similar activities should be grouped and the group should be named like orange, green, blue, or group A, group B, like that. So we will try in student-centered approach. We are trying to live the teaching environment instead of a dull, boring way of teaching. We are trying to make it as an interactive, highly liven up, energetic environment. So any other methods you want to share other than this? Asking the students, these are the simple activities, 5 activities I have mentioned here. Other than that, any activities you want to share? Please chat in the comment box. Giving a topic to the student, asking them to prepare the content by reading it in online or through understand it by our own prepared video materials, video tutorials. Giving them a project, a technical project. If you are handling a technical subject other than theory, asking them to do a mini project. Survey method, excellent. Very good, madam. Survey method, give them a field experience. It will be more exciting to meet different people, to ask different varieties of questions. In survey, framing the questions is the most intelligent part. Yes, good. Survey method. Very good. Any other type of activities you want to give to the students? Please comment. Real-time exhibition on topics. Yes, you can say it is a mini project, real-time exhibition of topics. You mean deriving a model, right? If you're teaching biology, you can ask them to draw or you can ask them to create a model of a organ or the plant amoeba structure like that. Go. Okay, any other activities you want to give? Please comment. See, we are collaborating now. By collaborating and discussing points, we will create unique things. This will be better for students' future. This will be better for student learning like that. At first, this webinar is started with teacher-centered approach. As I said, I am delivering the content, you are just listening. But now it became student-centered. That is, we are interacting to design something, to achieve something. Correct? Any other enthusiastic participants want to give some activities to the students? What are the activities you can give? Solving real-time cases, case study method. Yes, good. Case study method. You can give them a real-time problem or why SLV rocket launch failed during Abdul Kalam period, or why the previous Chandrayaan has not reached this location. What happened? What is the technical fault occurred? Yes, we can give them a real exciting case studies based upon your subject you are teaching. You can real-time problems. Good. Brainstorming with students, what type of project they want to do. Yes, good. Asking the students about the activities. Actually, students are more aware or more knowledgeable in this type of events rather than teachers. If they directly brainstorm, what are the projects we can do, we can develop regarding our subject, or what are the activities you want to indulge like that, they will give colorful replies, I think so. Okay, good. Thank you for all of your feedback. See, as Madam said, Agarwal Madam said at the last, ask questions rather than teach the answers, right? That's the easiest way. Instead of telling things directly, you just make it as a puzzle. You ask the question, let them explore by step exploration towards the answer. You can guide them along the path. So don't give the answers directly. To understand the answer, just ask them a question. Okay. See, if you are a biology teacher, let's just ask this question to them. As an example, if you could have an extra eye, where would you put it? What will be the most replied answer? I think so. In my point of view, I will place it behind my head so that I can see it behind. Other than that, any other interesting way of locating your eye, which will be more beneficial? Like that, if you ask that question, their brains, student brains will fire up, liven up, because they are presented with a challenge, an exciting challenge where they can openly answer without any hesitations of representation. If you're a maths teacher, if you're explaining them geometry, shapes, all those things, you can ask them a simple question. How much wrapping paper would you need to wrap up this work? With the single questions, many concepts will be covered, right? What are the concepts will be covered uh, by these questions? Can anyone comment? If I ask a student, imagine I'm a maths teacher, how much wrapping paper would be needed to wrap up this work? How we can calculate this? We need to know the radius, we need to know about diameters, we need to know about the length into breadth, the shape of the paper, what is the length and breadth of the paper. Likewise, if you want to teach a concept, ask them a question, let them think, and then based upon this, derive the formula and explain the formula to them. It will be easily understandable. So, student-centered approach is nothing but creating many activities without a fixed flow of syllabus, with a variable flow of syllabus. Each student can learn at their own pace. You can guide them if they are having doubts. And you need to make sure that all the syllabus content are covered in the activities. It should not be left out, right? So a mixture of teaching centered at the initial level and student centered at the later level will be a good combination, I think. Because as teachers, we are changing lives of the students. We are creating futures for our students. We have more responsibility, right? In my point of view, I would say teaching is not a job. It is a service. It is not a profession but it is a service towards the community, right? So we have more responsibility. In this digital era, the traditional teaching methods have been outdated. It looks like boring. The new generations can able to learn the content through online. As the Corona teaches us, taught us, they need not to present in the classroom. They can learn online, they can study online, they can make themselves self-prepare for the examination. They have the capability and they have the environment, the sophisticated tools. So we need to change our approach, right? So based on this student-centered approach, the 4 points is mandatory. Collaboration, communication, critical thinking, and creativity, right? By dividing them into student groups, we are allowing them to collaborate with each other to a common goal. So it improves communication skills, it improves critical thinking, analytical thinking, many ifs and buts. What will happen if this occurred? If else this occurred, like that, like playing a chess. If I move this piece, what the opponent will move? What is the best move for opponent? Like that, it will improve the critical thinking, problem solving capabilities. And finally, every individual has unique creativity skills, right? All the three parameters can be learned or can be guided, but this comes from the student, within the student. Every student has unique capability that becomes creativity if you nurture all these three things, right? So I'm planning a real-time activity. If you want to explain a particular topic to the student, how we can explain how the environment will be like that. I have planned a hands-on activity. I want everyone to place a focus on this. Okay, see, in +2, I think so, in CBSE syllabus, we have a syllabus of network protocols, right? Modulation techniques, network protocols, correct? So you want a student activity. I'm created a student activity with these rules, instructions. Please read it out. I hope some of the staff members here will know what is a handshaking protocol or what is the acknowledgement protocol. I think so. Anyone already aware about these concepts in networking? Or all of you here are common staff members? Please comment. You know the basics of networking? Or you are from different background, accounts background? Okay. Computer science department, madam. Yes. Okay, Rakshita, madam. Right. Okay, we'll just explain. The aim of this uh, activity is to explain the non-background student also. Non-background student means everyone should able to understand if they follow this activity. See, networking is nothing but transferring data from one end to other end. Computer science staff might be already aware about this. There are different protocols, means rules, how to transfer the data like that. So as a technical point of view, I have created this activity. Ask two students to face in not to face in this order. Ask them to stand in this order. Give them a paragraph from a book. Ask them to transfer the paragraph to the other participants without seeing their face. So what will happen at the initial level? When two students are not allowed to see face to face, they cannot maintain eye contact. But the task is to deliver the paragraph to other student. The student A must read out the passage he is holding to this student 2, student B, and she must do the same with a different paragraph. So what will happen at the initial level? They will stuck. What is the first stucking point? Who should start the conversation? Whether the boy should start the conversation or the girl. They will stuck at the point. And finally, they will come to a conclusion. What might happen? Both of the student might parallelly trying to voice out the paragraph. After some time, they will come to a conclusion, a understanding. I will first explain the data, you write it down. And second, I will explain the data, you write it down. Like that, they will come to an understanding, right? That is called handshaking protocol. Without knowing the destination, that is, without knowing much about the destination, uh, understanding who is master and who is slave in networking, who is the transmitter, who is the receiver. That is called handshaking protocol, correct? After that, if the student explain the voice out the paragraph, other student will note it down in a paper. If she couldn't able to understand what is voice out clearly, we will ask them to repeat, right? That is called ACK protocol. See, and the fourth point, each student must ensure the spoken word is written correctly in their counterpart. That is, if he is the student A, the girl is the student B, this boy must ensure whatever he is telling that should be recorded perfectly here. How can he ensure that? My question is simple. Please answer in the comment box. This boy has a paragraph. He will voice it out. He will read out the paragraph. And this student, girl student, must write it down. What is the rule? This boy student must ensure the spoken word by him is written correctly by the student counterpart. So what is the way? We need to get the acknowledgement, right? If we say long, long ago a king lived, like that, if you spoken your paragraph, and they will ask what you have written, and the same data will be echoed from this girl student to boy student, right? Did I dwell into more technical concept, or you can able to understand what I'm saying? Members with a different background, can you able to understand what I'm saying, or a little bit confused? Please comment. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. So the aim is to deliver this boy content to the girl, this girl content to the boy. Simple. So what he will do, he need to ask for the acknowledgement whether voiced out data, the spoken data is written by you. Just read it out so that this girl will echo the same data to him again, so that you will understand whatever data I have sent, that is echoed back. I got the acknowledgement. The echoed back data is exactly what I have told. That is called ACK protocol. That is acknowledgement protocol. So it's simple, right? If you want to explain what is networking protocol, ask them to read two different paragraphs without seeing. Both of them will initially stuck who to start. So they will come to an agreement. I will start first. Then you start second. That is called handshaking, understanding who is transmitter and who receiver. After that, while voicing out whether the data is exactly reached to the end, to the receiver, they need to get acknowledgement by echoing the same data again to the user. If I said long, long ago a king lived, the girl again should repeat, yes, I received long, long ago a king lived. So the data is ensured. We will go move on to the next topic. If the girl didn't reply correctly, the boy will again transmit the same data for better understanding. No, I didn't tell this. You are mistakenly understood. I will repeat that like that. The boy will tell again. This is simple network protocol called handshaking, TCP, and ACK. So like that, once if you explain this concept with this environment, with this activity, student will never forget. They don't have any problem writing this explanation in their examination. They will write better with much more creative examples, right? The student-centered approach focusing on self-learning, motivating the students to do these types of activities to improve their analytical creativity skills. Okay, the same application to explain communication. What is fading and how to filter noise? Fading is nothing but environmental noise in wireless communication. Due to environmental noises, electromagnetic interferences, it will be assumed as noises of fading, Rayleigh and AWG fading. So the same example should be repeated with a very loud background music. So student will face difficulty in understanding, right? Because music is constantly disturbing their voice. So they will keep on repeatedly asking, what is the word you said again? I didn't hear it properly. Please repeat again like that. They will repeatedly ask. It is called packet loss in networking. If they want to filter the noise, they need to employ frequency analysis, that is FFT. Because at the later stages, our ears have the capability to automatically filter the noise. We can particularly tune into a single frequency by filtering all the noise. Our ears have the capability. But mathematically, how it is done, it's called FFT, frequency analysis. By understanding the amplitude or frequency between the backgrounds and voice, that is a mathematical how FFT works. Like that, I can explain the student further. So I hope so. I have tried here to impact. I've tried here to explain the impact of activities. I hope you all understood now. Do you want to ask any doubts at this stage? More than half an hour of our webinar is completed. At this stage, if anyone want to ask any doubts, please comment. I will be expecting many doubts from you all. Do you all understood what I said in networking and communication? Do you want to ask any questions regarding this or any other topic which I have not already covered? Anyone having any doubts? If you don't have any doubts, please comment that also. I don't have any doubts. I've understood. Like that. Comment your opinions. Okay. Any other topic you want to be covered? We already know this, or we have this problem here. Like that. See, as I said, I'm not a professional teacher, but I'm an IT trainer. I came across many digital tools for creating quizzes, for creating animations, video contents. Like that, there are many digital tools available. Accountancy problem with activities. Okay, madam, can you give me a problem? I will convert into activity. We are having a session tomorrow also. If you just give me a problem, like credit account or sales account like that, if you give me a problem, I will try to convert into a activity. Or interest calculations like that. Just give me a problem, I will convert into activity. Okay. Yeah, you can give the problem to the actual host. They will share the content to me. I will convert into activity and explain it tomorrow. See, is student-centered method useful for child who is introvert? It will benefit everyone, madam. Introvert, yes, definitely. I personally myself is an introvert. I feel that introvert is not a disease. It's not a mental block. It is a psychological thing, right? When they will not talk unnecessarily, they will ask, will talk when they ask the direct question. They will not involve, they will not initiate. There are many problems, but introverts have a deep understanding about surroundings. There are different things. Introvert is not a psychological problem. It's a personal psychological personality. Okay. So definitely it will initiate useful for introvert persons. Because of collaboration, they will try to improve their communication skills. They will come out of the shell and talk freely. Likewise, the personality may change. Introvert is a state of mind. It will be changed through this student-centered approach. Sure. If you let the child with other friends, definitely they will come up with doubts, madam. instead of monitoring that student continuously, if we give enough freedom to interact with their friends, if they feel shy to ask doubts to staff members, to the teachers, definitely they will voice out their concerns, doubts to their closer friends, right? So you can push the introvert persons to be with their best friends so that they will come out of their shell, ask their doubts. Definitely it will work out. See, introvert is not definitely introvert person will communicate only with the known persons, only with their friends, right? So make them group with their own friends. Definitely they will come out with the doubts. Okay, madam, we'll proceed to the next topic. If you are not having any doubts, good. Thank you all. Thank you all for participating. I'm expecting more participations because there is one problem in the student-centered teaching. The most important problem is the staff has many difficulties while modeling the testings because it is not a fixed syllabus, right? So the staff is expected to have a very deep, thorough understanding of the subject before modeling the activities. Once the students is fired up to ask questions, you cannot stop them. You cannot block them. It will be a free flow fall, right? Once the mind block is overcome and they start to think and ask, voice out their doubts, it will be endless doubts. So the staff member need to be have a thorough understanding to achieve the student-centered teaching. And since the syllabus is not linear, each and every student will ask doubts in different part of the subject. So that may be confusing to the staff at the initial level, but that need to be done, right? Activities is not model in a linear way. Every student can choose their syllabus, right? At the particular day, what you want to do, like that, you can choose. So the doubts may not be in a linear way. You need to handle different types of doubts with different parts of the syllabus. Like that, it will be a challenging task for staff members. It will be very good to very good approach to students, but the staff members need to uh, be trend. We need to be meet the trend of the technology. So what is the requirement? Thorough understanding. First of all, you need to teach first, then only you can ask them, give them activities. You cannot ask them to self-learn everything. So first, you need to prepare a video lesson or animation or a notes, materials, like that. With detailed instruction, you need to prepare the material. And you need to know about the apps, tools for creating, monitoring, and assessing student performance. That's what I said. I will explain how to create a video, how to create animation, and how to create an online classroom, to create quizzes. Like those things I will explain, but it is a mandatory requirement for staff members, lecturers, to make the student-centered training environment. You need to have these types of requirements. And the activity should be modeled in a way that it covers entire syllabus. No important topics should be skipped by each student. Every student must involve in all the activities. The activity order may be unique to them, but they should complete all the activities so that the entire syllabus will be covered, right? So these are the requirements, and obviously these are the advantages. Students can learn at their own pace. They will improve with their communication and collaborative skills. Uh, Student has the learning ability to learn on their own, complete the task individually or with a group, right? So still now, we have more explained what are the advantages, possibilities, future outcomes, all those things. What are the disadvantages? Can anyone explain what is the disadvantage or limitation of the student-centered learning? Can anyone chat? Give a comment. Yes, madam, we are constrained to complete the syllabus, definitely. But just to think it like a way, you are spending daily 2 hours or maximum. You are trying to explain, assuming your period is 40 minutes, maximum. If you are a particular subject teacher, student will spend time 2 hours. 2 hours spend time in your subject, right? But if it is student-centered learning, the time limit is minimum 2 hours. That means if you pique interest with the student, they will keep on learning the subject even in the free time, even in their entertainment time, even in their play time. So it is an easy way of completing the syllabus. Once you have come to know the activity, if you are practicing, if you are aware about the activities beforehand, if you practice the activities beforehand, there will not be any hiccups during the execution, and the syllabus will be covered even faster. Few students may feel left out if they don't participate or if they are not regular to class. Yes, that is the disadvantage. If the student is not regular to class, he will miss out the participation topics. Yes, correct. But that is even for classroom teaching also. Teacher-centered training also, this problem occurs. If the student miss out these classes, he will not regain. Okay, it is a valid point. It may be a limitation. If the student is absent for a particular period of time, he will miss out many activities and he will be left out. Yes, good. Any other limitations for this student-centered approach? Any limitations? You're all thinking, huh? Completing the syllabus will not be a problem, I think, because as I said, teaching and learning is different. In your point of view, you explain everything and you say, I have completed the syllabus, I'm going to revision. But in student point of view, if they didn't learn, the point is not solved, right? Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Kati sir. The activities can be recorded, so the missed students can be able to view the activity. They may not get participate, but they can view like a classroom activity so that they can understand. Okay. The major problem is the classroom will be messy, chaotic, noisy. Instruction would be too much independence. Yes, the aim of this is too much independence to them, too much power to them, so that the classroom will be noisy, chaotic. Teachers may have to manage all student activities once, which can be difficult when students are working with different stage of projects. Because of less teacher intervention, student may miss important facts in syllabus. Important facts means the flow is discontinued, right? The flow is affected. The syllabus flow is affected. So the important facts may be missed out. We can say it definitely will be missed out. Maybe it entirely depended upon student responsibility to learn all the activities without missing anything, right? The student initially need to carefully model the activities so that no important fact should be left out. The one problem is classroom will be chaotic and noisy. Teacher have a difficult time monitoring or managing the class activity because each student will come with different doubts. It will not be linear, but it will be very much interesting to the student. Think it in a student point of view, right? These are the simple disadvantage. Okay. Then we want to move on to the content creation part. For creating a video tutorial, for creating activity in animatic way, to explain the concept clearly, you need to master some of the digital tools, right? We are all already familiar with Google Meet, Zoom, Anyone heard about TeamViewer? Okay. Among these 7 tools, what are the tools you are not aware about? Google Docs means Google Slides, Google Sheets, all those things will come under Google Docs. Zoom, PowerPoint, TeamViewer. Okay. TeamViewer. Okay. What other tools you don't know? No means you all know how to use a YouTube, but you know how to maintain a channel, creating your own channel, how to earn from the channel. You know how to use Google Meet and Zoom and Google Docs. Most of you might aware. PowerPoint, everyone will know. TeamViewer and YouTube. How many of you are having a channel in YouTube? Have you own a channel in YouTube? Here, everyone know how to upload your videos in YouTube and maintain a channel. Good. Very good. Before Corona, if I ask the same question to many staff members, they'll say no. But after that, it teaches us, it forced us to use digital content. Okay, good. TeamViewer, instead of Google Meet and Zoom, where you can view my screen, view my presentation, instead of the TeamViewer is a remote control, a remote system control. If your student having a doubt in program, you can directly control the system, taking the system in remote access. You can type the program, you can clear the error in the program and ask them to guide them to execute. It is like working your system in remote. Whatever you are typing in your keyboard will be typed in my system. TeamViewer is a remote access software, which will be very useful if you want to access your student system to show something, to create something in their system, like clearing errors in program, like that. Okay, good. How many of you know to create animations in PowerPoint? Google Classroom, everybody know? Everybody using Google Classroom? Good, very good. Okay. Google Classroom, you all know, creating animations in PowerPoint. If yes, good. Okay, good. Actually, I plan to create animations in PowerPoint regarding a subject. Many of you might already know, but I will explain some depth concept if possible. Okay. Do you know how you can create a video out of PowerPoint? You know how to record a video through camera and upload to YouTube. Using PowerPoint, you can create your own animations, you can include your video, and you can convert the entire slides into a video, and then you can upload to YouTube. I will explain how to create a simple animation, subject-oriented animation using PowerPoint. And then we'll wind up the session, or is the time up? Sir, shall I continue to create animations in PowerPoint or is this time up? Please guide me.
Sir, 10 minutes, sir.
I couldn't understand, sir.
Sir, 10 more minutes, sir.
10 more minutes, sir. Sure. Okay.
Okay.
See, I'll explain about cloud technology. As I said, networking, cloud is the most advanced type of networking. Everything will be available in online. You just need to use it. You need not to install the software in your system. You need not to have the memory capacity in your system. See, what is a cloud software? Cloud application. Everything will be available in online. You just need to consume it. If you want to use a PowerPoint, you need to install the PowerPoint in your system, right? But in cloud application, in Google Slides, if Google Slides is not installed in your system, you can able to use that. How it is happening? The software is available in the internet. You are logging in as a user, and you are using the software in that system, right? In cloud, there is a technique called load balancing. Means in a particular website, if more number of users come pouring in, the server will get stuck. The traffic will be more. So in cloud, they have used load balancing techniques. Whenever the load is heavy for the server to uh, lift, new servers will be allocated for the same IP address. That is the typical example is seeing result in university website. Everyone try to log in at the same time, the website will crash, right? Here anonymous websites keeps on crashing during results. I think you might have already experienced that. What is happening in the result issuing time? Everyone will log in at the same time to view the result. The server will get stuck so that no one will able to receive the results. To avoid that, cloud balancing is introduced. I will explain a simple presentation how this cloud balancing is working. You all know about transitions. I don't know how many of you know all the animation concept, but I'll explain something. Overall users. Assuming these are all users. My aim is to show an animation when the user traffic is increased, new servers will be allocated in the cloud. Okay. To mention a server, I'm creating a simple system sheets. There are 3 servers available. Each server has their own own purpose, own jobs to do. So I'm using this as first way of traffic. I'm grouping them. Wait a minute. First, I will animate all the users coming like this. Add animation in the entrance, just flying from bottom. Add animation, entrance, just flying, obviously from bottom. What I should do, every users coming now at the same time, right? The first wave of users coming at the same time. What I want to convert them into sequential, just change it to after previous. So each of them will be after previous. So the simulation will be like this. Okay, change the timing. Zero 0.5 seconds and then 0.2. It will be much faster than this. This is the first wave. At the end of the first wave, this cloud is overloaded. The cloud 2 should appear. So the appear effect. what will happen now? If you just simulate it, the second server will not be available. When the first user's wave is overloaded, then the second server will be appear. Appear, fade, flying, white. Yes, it will be created one, and it should be after fades. This also should be same. When this group of users came in entrance, add animation, entrance, flying from bottom, entrance, flying by bottom. You need to click OK. Change the same thing on mouse click. Change everything to after previous. So first, you can see the flow here clearly. After this, after the final animation, this cloud server 3 should get appeared in the screen. That should be white. That also should be after previous. For first wave, this will be created. For second wave, this will be created. For third wave, no problem. Yes. When the user list is overloaded for first server, the second server is allocated. When the user is full for second server, the third server is allocated. Simple, right? Explaining how cloud server allocation works when user traffic comes. What is the beauty of PowerPoint is, after this animation, we can do much more, but I'm restricting you, as you said, you already know about animations. We can convert this as a video. Instead of saving it as PPT, just save it as MPEG-4. Right? Here the video has been created. Once it is created, go to the structure. You can see, play the video here. You can add your own video, own voiceovers with this, and you can upload this into your YouTube channel. It will give you more likes. Okay, easy. Any other doubts regarding this? It's very simple animation, right? There are many levels of animations is there. If possible, I will try to teach tomorrow. If you feel this is simple, sir, this is what we already know means, I will go on with much more depth. As I said, I need many subject related problems. PPT version 2016, I think, madam. Yes. I need many subject related problems so that I will try to create, simulate it as a animation or simulate it as an activity. Like that, if I came to know more problems in your subject, I will try to give activities about that. Tomorrow we'll plan for that. I'll try to explain if any other digital tools is available for monitoring or making online quizzes, all those things. And we will discuss much further activities about activities. If already aware about Google Classroom, how to make quizzes, how to issue assignments, all those things, we will skip to the topic because in syllabus I have given the second day is about creating Google Classroom, maintaining classrooms like that. If everyone is already aware about that, we will go on to the depth concepts, creating many activities and creating many digital contents, digital tools like that. So I need your feedback for tomorrow. Which part we can focus? I want to detail chat. Can we focus on Google Classroom, creating quizzes, assignments, all those things? or we can focus on creating animations, not only in PowerPoint. There are many tools, not only creating animations, content preparations, all these things. Or we can focus on only activities, subject-oriented activities. For example, if you are a computer staff, we take a particular topic, we will try to simulate it into the activity and simulate it into animation. Or if we are commerce staff, account staff, we will create a real-time problem and convert it into activity. Like that, we'll focus on activities. I'm giving you three choices. You will please comment. Activities. Okay. Classroom where our lectures can be recorded.
You can chat here.
Classroom where our lectures can be recorded. Okay. Yeah, in Zoom, there is a recording option. You can record your classes. Classroom. How to add Google Classroom. Okay, good. Okay. Any other thing you want to learn? As I said, if I openly give choices to you all, every choice is unique, right? I'll try to honor each and everything. This is the problem with student-centered. It's not a problem. A thing of concern. Okay. Any other members want to learn from these three choices? We can learn about Google Classroom further, or we can learn about animations, or we can learn about activities. From these three choices, pick one. By reading the comments, most of the staff members opting for that. I will focus on that tomorrow. Subject related activities. Deepa madam informed that already. Thank you. Any other participants willing to? Activity. Okay. See, for activity, I need your subject and a complex problem. So feel free to contact the host through WhatsApp or else Karthi sir, if you wish, you can give your number. You can WhatsApp your problem, subject problem, so that we will try to convert into activity. Karthi sir, activity chemistry. Okay. So please share, note down this number, share your topics in WhatsApp. Share your real-time problem. In chemistry, particular topics, ionization or any particular atom structure. If you share your particular problem, we'll focus on creating it to activity. Yeah, the number is shown in the chat box here. Okay. So mostly everyone is opting for activities. We will try to create many more activities tomorrow. Chemical bonding. Okay, in chemical bonding, it will be a more visualistic approach, right? So we can create animation for chemical bonding. We'll see, sir. We'll see what we can do with chemical bonding. I'll try to create an animation so that we can give the students to create that same animation with their own themes and understanding. That will be a good activity for remembrance. Once they try to create the animation, it will be etched to their brain forever. The concept will never get forgotten. Yeah, sure, madam. I'm expecting your problem in accountancy. Okay, all. We are ending this today's session, I think so. Thank you for all your participation or your interaction.
Thank you, sir. That was an enlightening session we had to. Today we have learned about what is student-centered teaching, PowerPoint animation, and more. Thank you for reading all the comments and replying for each and every comment. Thank you, sir, once again.
Thank you, madam. It's my pleasure.
Before leaving, all the participants are requested to fill the day one feedback forms, which is posted in the Zoom chat box. And I request all the participants, please come back tomorrow for session 2. Thank you all once again. Tomorrow the time is at 1 p.m.
Thank you all. Thank you for your participation. I'm taking my cue. Bye all. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hello. నేను వేరే చూస్తున్నాను చాట్ బాక్స్ కి ఓన్లీ ఆ లింక్ ఓపెన్ చేయండి లింక్ క్లిక్ చేయండి